Once upon a time, in the whispering heart of an ancient jungle where emerald vines draped like forgotten dreams, a majestic lioness brought forth a fragile cub into the world. Yet, in the tender hush following her labored breaths, she slipped away, her golden fur still warm against the earth. At that fateful instant, a gentle flock of sheep ambled past, their woolen forms swaying like soft clouds under the dappled Sunday. The orphaned cub, wide-eyed and bewildered, its tiny paws trembling on the dew-kissed grass, instinctively trailed after them, drawn by the illusion of safety in their quiet herd. Nestled among the sheep, the cub shed its wild instincts like autumn leaves. It nibbled on tender blades of grass, forsaking the crimson call of meat, and learned their timid bleats instead of the thunderous roar that stirred in its hidden blood. Ignorant of its regal lineage, it gazed at the flock with eyes of misplaced kinship, whispering to itself in the still of night that it belonged wool-clad and meek, forever grazing in the shadows of greater fears. Seasons wove their silken threads, and the cub blossomed into a sleek young lion, his mane a faint crown of russet flames curling beneath the weight of borrowed humility. Still, he wandered with the sheep, his powerful limbs moving in their hesitant rhythm, convinced his reflection was one of soft fleece and downcast gaze. One golden dawn, as mist clung to the ferns like veils of secrecy, a weathered old lion emerged from the underbrush, his scars etched like maps of forgotten battles, his amber eyes narrowed in disbelief at the sight. A son of kings herded like chaff among the timid. With a rumble deep as distant thunder, he charged the flock, scattering them in a whirlwind of panicked wool and cries that pierced the canopy. The young lion bolted too, heart pounding like war drums in his chest, his breath a ragged plea against the wind. The old lion, swift as shadowed fate, overtook him in a sunlit glade. Trembling, the young one collapsed, tears carving trails through the dust on his muzzle. "Mercy, great one," he whimpered, voice quivering like a reed in storm. "I am but a humble sheep, spare this ordinary soul." The old lion's gaze softened, a flicker of sorrow in its depths, for he saw the chains of illusion forged by isolation. With a paw as steady as ancient roots, he guided the young one to the river's edge, where crystal waters mirrored the jungle's secrets under a canopy of fluttering leaves. "Gaze upon your truth," he murmured, his voice a low hymn of windswept savannas. "See not the lie you've worn, but the fire you were born to wield." Leaning over the rippling glass, the young lion beheld himself not the bleeding shadow of flock, but a creature of sinew and storm, eyes blazing with untamed stars, fangs gleaming like crescent moons. A gasp escaped him, raw and revelatory, as the veil tore asunder. In that crystalline moment, truth flooded his veins like monsoon rain. With a surge that shook the boughs, he unleashed a roar, fierce, resonant, a symphony of reclaimed thunder that rolled through the jungle's veins, silencing birds and stirring the soil. Power coursed through him, electric and alive, dissolving the fragile cage of false frailty. No longer adrift in woolen whispers, he stood tall, mane unfurling like a banner of dawn. This fable whispers a timeless call. Cast aside the shadows of doubt that society drapes upon your spirit, like the lion ensnared in a bleat of borrowed fear. Amid throngs of the hesitant, even the bold may falter, yet awaken to your essence, shatter the illusion, and claim the roar within. Rise, fierce one, and let your true voice echo unbound.